One of the greatest things that you can do to improve your quality of life is learn to distinguish between things that just cover your problems and things that actually solve them. Now, to illustrate this point, let's talk about an example of someone having a sore back. Now, if you're over 35 and you spend too much time in an office chair, chances are that you've suffered from some back pain. Now, when things start hurting pretty bad, it's very common to be told that you need rest and to be prescribed some sort of anti-inflammatory medication. Now, these medications will reduce the symptoms. They'll eliminate the pain for a little bit. When used appropriately, these will help you get going and do more than you could otherwise do with the pain. And they can help you get on your way to rehab. But instead of using them as a temporary patch in order to get the fix that you need, most people take those painkillers and then they go right back to the behaviors that are causing the pain in the first place. This creates a vicious cycle, and people become dependent on that medication just to take away the pain. In reality, the issue is much greater and is much more complex to solve. And it typically will require something like physical therapy, strengthening exercises, and an adjustment of how one is sitting. All of which is a lot more work than just taking some painkillers. There are many, many things in life like this where the apparent solution has two branches: the easy path that numbs it and the harder path that fixes it. Over-reliance on the easy path and numbing the pain actually just makes it easier to do the behaviors that are hurting you in the first place. So look at your life and list out the problems that you have. Which of those problems are you solving with temporary solutions instead of doing something that's harder and more costly but will ultimately solve the problem? Commit to yourself that you're actually going to fix these problems and not just rely on the things that deaden and numb them. There are so many things in our modern life right now that are designed specifically to numb and take away the pain, but to mask it instead of solving it. In the end, you always end up worse off than you were before unless you address the actual issue. Take care.